Growing up in South Jersey, my parents always had a vacation plan for us. Might not be to Disney World every time, but the Jersey Shore. We spent many a weekends, great family time there. That's just something that's really carried on with me and with my children. I love getting away. I love taking them, just spending that quality family time together.
Ryan Pikunis grew up in Marlton, New Jersey, where he decided to take on a very mature responsibility at an early age.
So I started my volunteer career as a junior firefighter at the age of 16. That's when I actually went through the fire academy. Soon after that, went on to EMT school. I just had a passion for volunteering in the community.
It's also what eventually led him to meet his wife.
Stephanie and I met at the young age of 17. She was an EMT. I was on a call one night on a building fire. I injured myself. She was there as the EMT and took care of me and bandaged me up. And several years later, we got married and relocated and started our own family.
The couple then moved to Orlando, Florida, where Ryan joined Regions as a branch manager in 2006.
I think part of the key to the success of the West Colonial branch is understanding the customer's needs and being able to address them directly with them. A lot of it boils down to financial education with them and making sure they understand, how banking works.
People come to us with financial needs, and Ryan definitely takes that to heart, and it's very important to him, educating our customers, about the financial decisions that they make. He truly loves helping people.
Sometimes his help takes an unexpected form, as in the case of a recently widowed customer who came in seeking to open a new account.
What kind of an account do you want to open? And I said, a checking account. He said, well, how long are you going to leave this money here? This is a lot of money to have in a checking account. And I said, well, I know, but I don't know what I'm doing. I said, I need a house. I said, I'm renting a house across the street, and I'm by myself, and I need to buy a house, and I don't know how long that's going to take. And he said, that's too bad. The house next door to me was for sale, but it just sold. I said, well. So he asked a few more questions. He filled out the paperwork. He was very, very nice. He asked all the important questions and shook my hand and thanked me very much, and I thanked him. And so 1 week later, 1 week after I was there at 5 minutes to 5, he called me and he said, Miss Gill, do you remember that house I told you about? And he said, it's for sale. He said, I don't know what happened. It went on the market. He said, I'd really like you to come look at it. And I think you'd like it. It's a great neighborhood, and I'd like to have you for my neighbor. I moved in with one chair. I had one chair from the motor coach that we had bought, Fred and I. And so there was a lot of garage sailing. There was a lot of carrying, and that's not Regions stuff, but that was Ryan. Ryan and Stephanie were there to help me.
And his willingness to go the extra mile doesn't just apply to banking. For one customer, Ryan's EMT background was to prove life-saving.
Well, it's crazy how it happened, because we were just talking to that customer right before it happened. We did a deposit for him, and then we're just laughing and having a good time, and then we said our goodbyes. And then felt like a moment later, I see Ryan rushing out to the door. Because someone called 911, please, someone fainted and passed out.
By the time I got out the car and I went round, Ryan was already there, had done turned Richard over, and he was taking his pulse.
He was had no pulse, was not breathing. Immediately started CPR on him while instructing his fiance also on how to do mouth-to-mouth as I was doing chest compressions for him.
12 minutes later, the EMTs pulled up. They get out, and guess what? They let Ryan keep going, and they just started working around Ryan because they knew he was doing it right.
He pretty well much did their job before they got here. All they had to do was put Richard on on the thing and put him in the ambulance. But Ryan had done did everything else. He walked to the ambulance with Richard when they put him in the ambulance. He walked right there until they got everything, the IV started and everything. Ryan did not leave the ambulance.
So I got a lot of respect for this bank now. Not that I didn't before, but I appreciate it more than I did before. I feel like I got friends here. You know, 'cause everybody always welcome me when I come, like they're glad to see me.
But his customers aren't the only ones who benefit from Ryan's help. He's also a regular volunteer at Give Kids the World Village, an organization which houses children with life-threatening illnesses and their families as they visit the many amusement parks in the Orlando area.
Well, Give Kids World, we just celebrated our 30th anniversary last week. And of course, we'd love to close our doors, but the number of children just continue to grow. So we've served 144,000 families from all 50 states and up to 75 countries around the world. And these children are between the ages of 3 and 18, battling a life-threatening illness with one wish, and that's to come experience all the magic that Central Florida has to offer. So, it's volunteers like Ryan, who's such a tremendous part of the region's family that makes such a difference in the lives of our families. He comes out here and he serves meals in our Gingerbread House restaurant. And those are things that we take for granted, just sitting down to a family meal. That's something that our families don't get to experience because once they have this child with this illness, they're pulled in so many different directions. So just the mere fact that folks like Ryan come out and share their time to help, carry their trays to the table and just interact with it makes our families feel so special and helps them feel normal just for 1 week.
From granting wishes to saving lives, Ryan Pikunis has dedicated his life to others since becoming a fireman at 16, and his passion for helping has only grown stronger with time.
Seeing the faces on the people that I'm able to help, whether it be with the Red Cross, whether it be at Give Kids the World, whether it be with the individual who may have crashed their car on the side of the road right in front of me and I stopped to help them. It's letting them know that it's going to be okay. Tomorrow's going to come, things happen, and to make the best of, where they're at and what's going on in their lives. And it's rewarding to me to know that I bring a little bit of comfort to them in their, their time of need.